who is at risk for Alzheimer's?
So individuals who are at risk, I always put it in a few different categories. Number one is there's genetic risk factors. So you can have a gene known as the APOE gene, and if you have a copy or if you're a carrier of the APOE4 gene, that puts you at a higher risk for developing Alzheimer's disease. So maybe mom and dad were having memory loss, even as short as 50 years ago, Alzheimer's disease was getting misdiagnosed left and right as, a mental health issue or someone's just aging and just part of that nature. So I always pair the genetic component to look at your family history too. Because if mom and dad were also having memory problems and you weren't sure if it was Alzheimer's disease or not, just be mindful of that because that could still put you at risk too. Other risk factors are heart disease, so cardiovascular problems. So if you have hypertension, high cholesterol, that can put you at risk for Alzheimer's disease. Diabetes is, I feel like one of the most terrible conditions that our world is facing, but it also is a component that can put you at risk for Alzheimer's disease. They actually have stated that Alzheimer's disease is the type 3 diabetes.
Wow.
Just because of all of the metabolic issues that are arising from that. It's just creating a lot of inflammation. And the brain doesn't like that. The body doesn't like that. Other risk factors are social and or environmental. So say, for instance, when you were younger, you were a football player or you played a lot of sports, a lot of contact sports, and you had multiple concussions when you were younger. That could put you at an increased risk.
Or traumas.
Trauma, trauma to the head. That can put you at risk. And there's other factors that we are also starting to learn now, such as Agent Orange and lead paint. They've also linked to potentially cases of Alzheimer's disease as well, just because those toxins and breathing those in can put you at an increased risk. So it's a lot of different risk factors that could lead into Alzheimer's disease, with the number one risk factor, aging.
Aging, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It doesn't help as we age.
No.
Yeah.
And people are living longer.
Yeah.
Too. So I mean, again, if we look at how history is, 100 years ago, our life expectancy was nowhere near what it is today. So it is an aging disease as well.